I'm going to teach you how to be soldiers whether you like it or not. Right shoulder, arms, left shoulder, arms, right shoulder, arms, forward, arms, dispatcher, arms, forward, arms, dispatcher, arms, right shoulder, arms, 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 left shoulder, arms. What do you think you're doing?
Tonight, we are going to witness the most anticipated match in the history for the heavyweight championship of the world. Are you ready? Fans, are you ready? For the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
How are we going to live up to that intro?
I don't know.
So today we've got Stu and Scott, and we're playing aiding the local Constabulary, a 3-player scenario. We're playing the 3-player version, and in this scenario, I am playing the Italian Mutineers. Stu is playing the South Africans, and Scott is playing the regular Italians. And this takes place in Ethiopia.
Chabueno.
Ethiopia. Chabueno. March 29th, 1941. This first 3-player scenario I've ever played. How about you guys?
That's first.
I've seen this one played at a tournament, and that's what really piqued my interest in it. But yeah, my first as well.
Yeah, it definitely introduces a lot of different play mechanics as far as the way turns and phases, especially like defensive fire, how that works.
Yeah, that can be tricky, very tricky at times.
Yeah, because as you're moving, either side can take shots at you. Like if I'm moving my Mutineers, the South Africans can take a shot, and or the Italians can take a shot as well. So it's kind of interesting. So here's the map, and we'll go through some advantages and disadvantages to kick this off. I'll start first as a Mutineers. Advantages. I start with most of my units concealed, and I have concealment counters to place as well. I have Molotov cocktails, and damn it if I didn't forget to use them. I totally forgot that I had them, and it really would have helped over on the right, in the village there as I was taking on the Italians. Yeah, Scott's probably glad.
I think you drank all the alcohol in them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I started with the most victory points because I had 2.5, maybe 3 of the victory locations that you have to take. Disadvantages, I'm Italians and I'm Mutineers, so leadership, I think I had a 6+1. I think all my units are conscripts. No, I have conscripts and first line. So pretty inferior quality units. And then roar balance, there really isn't much. The Mutineers had 5 wins. How about you, Stu?
Nice. Well, the advantages of mine are mobility, armor, and leadership. And mobility, I really wanted to take advantage of early. It's like, their firepower is so low. It's like, I'll take a 2-chart, 4-chart with my trucks or whatever. But if I get in a position, I think the risk is well worth the reward. Well worth the, definitely for that. Armor, even though the armor is like 0 or 1, I don't even, I think Neal had, or Scott had the 1 armor one. The Brumbars on the right-hand side, you'll see them come on. And, but I think even against the light machine guns, I think that the defense on those is really high. And leadership is prime in this one. You've got to take advantage of your leaders, get guys moving as soon as fast as possible. Disadvantages are the entry and the start VP. I don't think I had any start VP to come with. And the entry was the biggest problem that I had, deciding where to come and whether or not to delay. And the roar balance 6 wins. We'll try to see if that actually comes to fruition.
Yep. Okay, Scott. Italianos.
Italians get some pretty decent troop quality, first line, and a couple elite for the most part. Some decent leaders. They kind of get saddled with a 6+1, but other than that, not too bad. Get a couple armored trucks, I guess, which I don't know if I would call that an advantage, but
I don't know. You got a
Get a
critical
couple
hit. You'll see.
Yeah, a couple demo charges to help you blow up the armor. You're supposed to, that's one of the VPs for the Italians is to detonate a demo in each hex of the armory. Get an extra VP. Broken side morale sucks for the
Yeah,
Italians.
as usual. So let me go through the Italian mutineer setup and strategy. If I can recall, we probably played this a couple months ago now. The victory conditions for the Italians were well, there's victory conditions for everybody to capture buildings, and you can't see them here. They're all occupied, but there's a V in each hex. And then for the Italians, there's this factory over in not factory, armory over in L7, I guess M8.
Yeah.
And if a squad can spend a turn and become TI and attempt to loot the armory, and they become battle hardened, and they can roll for a weapon to scrounge essentially. And I got 2 victory points for each of those hexes that I loot. So my strategy was basically probably the wrong strategy, was to spread out as much as possible and to try to take the armory over on the right here as quickly as possible, and then try to hold off any reinforcements on the left from getting in. How about you, Stu?
My strategy was I kind of didn't want to just bust in on you early because I wanted to make sure that that you were fighting Scott really hard on the right hand side to be distracted for the most part. So I think my first entry units were going to come on the top simply because it's got the best cover. I figure 1 or 2 of those stacked up tops got to be dummies. You know, I'm going to have to fight somebody soon, but it would keep me out of range of the guys that are definitely going to be in the building. And I figured, I'll kill these guys up here. There might be a leader up here, which is the bonus VP for the South Africans. And I thought that was going to be the most difficult one simply because my VPs are mobile. But as it turns out, you know, because you have to use your leaders against me, you kind of have to bring them to me. And if I break them and use my mobility and my advantages, I could take advantage of that and then grab some free VP. So we'll see what happens.
Scott?
My strategy was basically just go after the armory. The majority of my guys set up on the right side of the board, had a small force that was supposed to enter on the left side. But I really had no plans to ever go after the train station. I just didn't have the forces over there. I kind of figured I'd have my hands full with mutineers. Like I said, there's the armory and a couple VP hexes over there. And so that was my strategy, just kind of concentrate on the right side of the map and then just see what happened.
Yeah, you mentioned the train station, which is over in D7E8, kind of on the lower left side of the board where my mutineers are set up. And that was a victory condition building as well. So here we are,
All right.
kicking off the action.
Ding,
Apollo
ding.
kicking off the action with this. Should be mentioned that all of us have reinforcements coming in. Oh, gee, you can see the turn record chart. Almost every turn except the last turn, there's some form of reinforcements popping on the board as well. So I kick off, and my first thing I try to do is I rush the armory, try to get in there as quickly as I can. Also move some guys over on the left, kind of position myself for any Italians or South Africans that are going to come in. Oh,
Yeah, you're looking for some weapons. Yep.
Yeah, trying to scrounge there.
I really like the VPs are independent for each of us, especially since both you guys have to fight over that factory over there.
Yeah, I didn't really think about the scenario too much, but once we started playing, I realized I was kind of between a rock and a hard place here early on.
You were the meat in the sandwich.
Yeah, I had the Italians beating my ass on the right, and then the South Africans and the Italians beating my ass on the left for a while.
Yeah.
So I was able to get into that armory and loot one of the hexes early. Let's see if that holds up.
Yeah, you pushed me out of the one hex of the armory.
Yeah, we battled over the armory the entire game.
Yeah.
Back and forth. I got in early, then you pushed me out, I think, and then I made a mad dash at the end.
Yeah, I
You're
was
going
really
a
concerned with.
long streak of just crap dice rolls here.
Yeah, I was super concerned with you jumping in there, Neal, so quickly and so dominant. He only had a bunch of 136s. Like, oh man, this is going to be a short game.
Went
And
to the end though.
oh, those things are large trucks. Oh, incredible.
Oh yeah, Scott's bringing his Italians on. I take a shot at something here
Yeah, the armored truck with the
with the ATR.
tank rifle. Yep.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah,
Good lord.
Took
took out one. Yep.
And I was really hoping that the Italians would actually come in force and keep you busy over there, but Luigi's just got pounded over there.
Oh yeah, those guys. They didn't fare too well.
They were on the run the whole game. Luigi and the lower left there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, here come
But,
the South Africans.
Yeah, since Scott bravely showed me the route not to take, I decided to take the left-hand side. And it's like, all those hindrances, I'm going to make sure I use all the hindrances possible. And then just dip out of sight when the ATR starts loading up again. And,
yeah. And you brought
so
on
that was-
your armored car, whatever this is that's just about to come on. I
Yeah.
knew you were going to dip down in that little valley, so I had to take a shot with my ATR as soon as he came on the left there.
Yeah, my guys up top, you're actually doing a pretty good job of those guys up top. A couple DMs here and there. And once you took that shot, it's like, okay, cool, now my infantry could just run down the road and then just advance off. And so it gives me a little bit more room, because I think that's still, was it armor car truck usage, so he can't go really far.
Yeah,
but
it's pretty slow in open terrain, open ground.
the best part about that guy there in the valley or river, whatever you want to call it, is now I can actually use him to go up either side to help either one side or the other. So it's a little more versatile there, and because you can't fire at him, you'd have to come out of your hiding hole to come get me. So I was planning on that to occur, but it never did. Oh, here comes the plentiful snipers.
I don't even remember what the sand numbers were. Are they even on here?
It's on the sniper counters. That was a 2.
Oh,
You're
yeah,
a 3. I think the Italian and the South African.
Italians are 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't a ton of sniper activity.
So I think that break right there on your mortar guy was real critical, to be honest with you. Real critical early.
Yeah.
I think you only got one shot with that thing. That's a really good weapon.
Oh, did you...
Got a critical hit with the
Did that happen?
truck on the right there.
It.
Yeah, broke your stack, guys.
Yeah, that hurt bad. I was dug in there and come in and get a critical hit with your little pew pew 37 millimeter. Pew pew.
Yeah, there they go. They're gone.
Yeah, that
DM
sucked.
guy.
That sucked. I put my medium. There's not very many 2-level buildings here. I think there's 1 or 2, but I put my medium, the Mutineer medium, in I8. He survived the whole game, and he had made it kind of a pain in the ass for units once in a while, but I just left him out there the whole time.
Yeah, I was really worried about him. It actually kind of kept me from just driving my little ATR armored car straight at him, because you could still kill him. I mean, it's a 4 for stun or shock or whatever the case may be. That's a good 10 hex range, so he could reach out and touch somebody.
The Mutineers are going for that little victory building on the north side of that village there.
Oh,
Yeah, we'll see what happens there.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is another case where I thought the Mutineers were really being dominant. Consider the Italians took a hit down below, and he took that building early on. I felt, as the South Africans, that it was looking pretty grim for both of us right at the beginning there, Scott. So luckily, your guys in G4 are going to show us how to do things.
Yeah, the Mutineers started
Yeah.
strong.
Well, yeah, the Italians they start out pretty good the first day and had a lot of nice dice rolls, but the next day it kind of all went to pieces.
Yeah, it's true. Pretty shitty.
And I don't think when we played, I think you can kind of form loose alliances, here and there
All right.
as needs dictate, but I don't really recall that happening. It's pretty much a free for all.
I think we're just
No,
trying to
yeah.
egg the other guy to fire.
Yeah, it totally was. Yeah, free for all. I think in hindsight, yeah, the Italians and the Mutineers would be better served to kind of lay off each other and deal with the South Africans, and then have it out them between them.
Keep
Yeah, you guys
those.
can pretty much exchange VPs in that building, right? I mean, Neal, you could just loot it, and then Scott could just demo it, and then you guys could just fight over at the end to get 2 free victory points each.
Yeah, I would lose because, well, I get victory points for looting it, but you also get it for controlling it. So I would lose a little bit if I got kicked out, which I think I did at the end. Ultimately got kicked out. That critical hit really screwed that entire hex, that arsenal building up for me.
Yeah. I really like
Yeah,
that use of that path on that right-hand side there, just slipping down there so fast.
I think that's the cool thing about the 3-player. You could end up with a lot of backstabbing going on, some false alliances and backstabbing. And yeah, Mutineers and Italians are going at it hard and heavy. A couple melees.
So far, Stu's just kind of holding back up on the top there.
Yeah, I had a good shot. I think you surprised me on that elevated road with the medium machine gun. I think the 347 took a couple 1-2 shots on me. It's like, oh, that's right. It's at the same level.
Yeah.
And luckily, nothing happened to me up there. I really could have been in big trouble if you broke 1 or 2 more guys up there.
Yep. But alas, I'm surprised I didn't break my machine gun. I don't think I broke that machine gun the whole game, actually. Just kind of amazing.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, because here's the mobility advantage down here, and here's where I just say, okay, you're either going to get your shots or you're not going to get your shots when my guys come on. And then yeah, you lost both your guys over in G4.
Yeah,
that was real critical, big time.
Was that just that was just a close combat. He rolled a 4. You had a 1 to 2, right? And you rolled a 4. I rolled an 8 on the melee.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. God. At that point, I was starting to get worried. I was like, yeesh. I don't know.
Yeah, the Italians had some hot dice early, but
I was pretty aggressive though, and it bit me in the end. And I think I played it wrong. Now that we played it in hindsight, most of the victory conditions, at least for the Italians, are on board 3A, over on the right side. I would have, if I were to replay it, I would have set up my guys on the left as far right as I could. I think I could set them as far as Hex Row D, if I recall, and move them as fast as I could into that village and take on the Italians, and leave a bunch of concealment stuff over there, and let you guys fight it out over there.
Yeah.
I think if I had to do it over, I would have just my one reinforcement group that has to come in on the left. I would have to do it over. I'd bring them in on the same spot, but I think I would just scoot along the bottom of the board over to the right side fast as I could.
Now,
about.
Could you delay, like the South Africans? South Africans could delay and come in on I1.
No,
you couldn't do that.
No,
the Italians.
No, it just says enter on turn 1.
Okay.
Yeah. I had they give you the choice. You got the same 3 entry hexes as Stu, but
right.
So I just dropped my guys off. Once you get out of the trucks have to recall. So the guys that are bypassing in EE8 are just kind of hanging put. I'm taking my chances to see if there's an actual unit in there. I think it's worth it considering I've got a lot of other units behind them to back him up. So even if he did fire on me, there'd be likely somebody just either broken or whatever, just stuck in his hex. And I figured DD7 was a leader anyway, so I decided just to blitz that building and just go for it. You know, instead of fighting over the hill and fighting the reverse slope sort of thing. I just said, you know, I'm gonna take it now or not get it at all, pretty much.
Did your little, is that an armored car in GG? Yeah, GG8, I think.
Yeah, it's a Bren
Immobilized.
carrier. Yeah, I tried to ESB,
Was it
get a little
ESB?
bit closer, and
Yeah.
he blew the transmission out of that thing. So, but
Blew a
he
tranny.
does rip that mortar out of there, and maybe an AA gun, and so he actually does more than most of my units, to be honest with you. You know, the mortar's huge. Mortar's huge in this game with the smoke, right? Because
Right.
that's one advantage that the South Africans have is they could drop smoke, not almost where they want to, but. Yeah, and yeah, the prisoners were a good idea, but we learned later that one of the scenario special rules kind of hampers me in terms of shooting at prisoners. As a matter of fact, I was
Oh, yeah.
reviewing it just the other day, and it's like you almost can't even give up prisoners in this game, and it's just a really odd section.
Well, it
about
was
that,
it was a combination of prisoners, and the South Africans couldn't invoke no quarter, if I recall.
all right.
And if there was a prisoner unit in a hex you're firing at, that kind of seems like a contradiction, right?
Right. There should be something going on there, and it would have been nice to have some sort of clarification on that. But you know, I mean, it's obviously a good spot to be if we end up. And then there we got Amandi early, so it's an early bonus VP for me. So I was happy about that.
Yeah.
And considering Luigi's by himself down there with just a couple 247s, so I figured.
Oh no, not Luigi! No.
So I say I'm gonna pay Luigi. I'm gonna free him from his Italian oppressors and show him the South African way.
Yeah, you released a bunch of mutineer prisoners. You can see them, scum mutineers.
Yeah, those scums.
They don't count as victory points for you, just
Yeah.
the leaders.
Right. And so I figured that was a good idea, but it turns out that okay, it just wasn't. So.
And actually, one of mine managed to rearm. I rolled snake eyes running through a hex, which was a miracle.
Yeah, that was cool. Yeah. That was good.
Dodging and weaving through the field. Oh, look, trips over a bunch of guns.
Yeah.
Mutineers have pretty much lost the train station.
Yeah. So, mutineers at this point are. I need my reinforcements, but on the left, they're done for, pretty much.
Yeah, I was surprised how fast that whole just section kind of buckled, because the game that I saw at the other convention, that was hotly contested.
Yeah.
And but I didn't know what to expect. But again, the South Africans came on slowly in the woods and kind of worked their way up methodically. And 5 turns, I'm not waiting around. I got to be in the building first.
Yep.
I got to let you attack. I decided not to wait around and take my chances.
No, in this scenario, no one can really wait. You have to be trying to grab whatever victory points your side needs to get.
Yeah, absolutely. And you see in EE7, the bypass, that's still a truck. And I think the EE9 unit's a 447. So I dodged literally bullets right there against Scots, Italians. I mean, they could have shredded like a couple units right there.
Probably rolled boxcars.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. So
Look at Scott over on the right, making
he's
a run for the armory.
That's just crazy. Yeah, that's where it started.
Yeah, I was making good progress, and then you kind of rallied a little bit, and you're holding on to that one hex, and finally had to just try and go for it. But
Aving off all those Italians. I thought you were screaming that there's free pizza or something like that, and they all just start coming out of the woodwork.
Free cappuccino.
Yeah, free cappuccino.
Mamma
mia. Geppetto, free wood.
It's all over on the left for me. I think I just I couldn't do anything. I ran my prisoners around, or freed prisoners, trying to rearm, but that's about all I was doing over on the left.
Yeah, you got the 2 up top too. The scum mutineers running away.
Yeah.
But I think we both got one shot from your mortar in the Frenchy mortar. So
Oh,
there's a sniper.
DD2?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And my snipers seem to be pretty darn active, to be honest with you. I think he's moved 3 times so far. Killed a dummy stack, broke your mortar, and I don't know.
I don't recall us rolling a bunch of 2s.
Yeah.
No, I think I had one. My sniper had like 1 activation, I think. And it just sat
Wow.
out there in the,
Yeah,
the valley the
yeah,
whole
I remember
game.
that.
Yeah, we're just still going at it over the armory here. A couple more close combats.
Yeah. But I have reinforcements coming on next turn, and I make a last minute run at the armory because I needed to get it.
Yeah, your medium machine gun in I-8 really was just really commanding the open ground and the entire board essentially. To be
I
honest.
was just shooting at what I could see. I couldn't get much going at building targets, because you're looking at 4+2, 4+3 type stuff. But
Right.
anything in the open, I was trying to take a shot at. Didn't have much luck with the rate, if I recall, with it though.
No, I don't think you did either. Yeah, here's where we bail that truck. First fire shot. Is that a medium? What's in G-force? Scott, is that a medium?
It was.
Yeah. Good firepower right there as well. Yeah, here's where I try and do cleanup on you. I love that both of you guys are in melee. So it's like, okay, whoever survives the melee becomes the next prisoners. So, I was just ready to take care of that.
Well, yeah. At this point, I was really hoping the mutineers would have held the South Africans up a little longer at the train station, because I just know they're going to be coming my way.
Yeah, and like you said, because the mutineers kind of lost the train station early, it really allowed me, those units up top, Stu and the 447, all that captured equipment, to come waltzing into the Italian, elite troops defending in G3 and G4. Yeah, I got a medium. I really didn't want to face that medium machine gun because I think like Neal was saying, there weren't a lot of rate of fires going around, and it was just a matter of time before somebody went on a tear. So I wasn't looking forward to that. But we got to go. And I was trying to set up my mortars in the bottom as well, kind of get those things mantled so I can drop some smoke, hopefully get some smoke on you. And then make just a swamp, just a shove and push, just like I did with my trucks right in the beginning, just to see what would happen.
At this point, we're tied up for victory points. We all have 5.
Yeah, it's really tight.
But at the end, it kind of collapses, and those victory point counters just spread out all of a sudden.
Hey, I repaired my bow machine gun.
Here come my reinforcements.
Yeah. This is kind of where it starts to go south for the Italians here.
You get a lot of firepower with those guys. 3 conscripts and a medium, that's a lot of firepower down there.
Yeah. I think I pick up that light as well along the way.
Oh, right.
Right, and I think he ended up using it to take out the other armored truck, the light machine gun.
Yeah, that's right. I did something crazy. Yeah, maybe it was a medium, something, yeah.
No, it was the light. It was that light it's in K9 or whatever.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that's that locomotive, you mean?
You needed like a 4
that's right.
or something, but
I put a bullet right through the engine block. Yeah, I remember now. Yeah. Boom.
No, we're still in Mutineers' turn, still coming on.
Yeah, Scott's firing at me. He's got so many units though, but I'm hoping the melee hex can hold on until I can get in closer.
Yeah, that was that hex, man. It was tough.
Yeah, it seemed like you guys were fighting all game. That one single hex.
Yeah,
that whole
pretty
building.
Much, yeah,
all game. That one little hex. I mean, guys didn't move more than 2 hexes over that side of the board. Just crazy. I think you're. Yeah, here you go. Your scum mutineers find some
Yeah.
stuff
Yep.
up there,
There's
and
my, there's my
E1.
snake eyes. Rearmed. Watch out.
You just broke Luigi.
No, Luigi.
He had too much coffee, and he's kind of heaving in the back now, I guess.
Yeah. He's right on the edge of the board. That's a world of hurt.
Yeah. Disrupted and everything. Oh my gosh.
More prisoners.
Ugh.
Italian this time. Yeah.
Italianos. So is anyone
Yeah,
left in the bottom anymore? Just I think the
No.
the scum mutineers are protecting their friends in AA7. That was the problem that we kind of ran across. Is I couldn't even fire at those guys to DM them anymore.
Yeah. And those guys are broken underneath. I think they just sat there the whole game broken.
Yeah.
I think he maybe pinged them and gave them DM most of the time.
Yeah. And now I think I had one more troop that I could have brought on this turn, and I decided to delay them when it becomes the beginning of my turn.
Mhm. I knew what that meant too. You're coming in on the I1.
Yeah.
I wasn't looking forward to that.
And I think at this point, I might have been petitioning Scott to watch I1. I'm like,
Yeah.
you got to do
time.
something about it because I
Oh, yeah.
can't.
Big time. Yeah. And
You said so. You said so. Well, you could advance over there.
Yeah.
I'm like, I know, Neal. I know.
As his 4 squads are coming onto the building, yeah.
Kill
It's just, and that was pretty rough because honestly, yeah, you were pretty much the only person that could have stopped there.
Yeah.
Now I think he forgot the F0 conscript unit one turn, and he could have jumped over there. I think he was just kind of forgotten.
I forgot. I either didn't advance him or didn't move him because I didn't really see him. I forgot about him.
Yeah, he was. I mean, he was out of the game early, and it's easy to do. So,
But yeah, I would have tried to do something. I mean, he was expendable. I would have tried to something to slow you down or cut you off or something.
Italians went all in on
Yeah.
L7.
Finally.
Oh yeah.
Fine.
Rest in peace, mutineers.
Geppetto and the 15 half squads at his hex. Holy smokes.
He's got a tower of power there.
That's right. Yeah, looks like he's dominating. He's got what, 4 firepower coming out there?
Yeah.
They're all 136s.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, here they come.
Oh, geez. Yeah, this is the end. The beginning of the end.
Yeah, another
South
one. This is another
Africans.
drive-by shooting that we have to perform. So
You're ahead still at this point, Scott.
yeah, by a considerable margin. Yep. Because I got all the points on the left-hand side. I just got to get Luigi, and that's only 1 point. But I'm still 2 points behind you. And here comes the mortar. Mortar fires. 2 smokes. I got really lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got some smoke on that victory building in G4. It's like I knew I was dead meat.
Yeah, I love that thing just barely had enough movement points to get right next to you. So I was happy about that situation. And my bread carriers are just kind of keeping you active, and I don't really care if you blow them up or whatever. You just I just want the first fire, just so my guys can move a little more safely around you.
Oh, my victory points are falling. Scott's moved up because you took the armory hex, L7.
Barrels at 7. Did you have a block line of sight on that one there, Scott, or what?
I had a shot at you with the medium, but I rolled like crap. My dice went really downhill.
Second day or towards the end.
Yeah.
I miss blowing up your little armored truck in O8.
Oh yeah, the pew pew.
Yeah. Not that it might have helped me try to get across the street here. I think you might have had a line of sight, but in the end, it probably didn't have much of an effect.
Yeah, it's my morale checks. Yeah, well, I rolled boxcars.
Yeah.
Yay!
Oh.
Yeah, the fat Italian opera singer, she's warming up.
Yeah, she's warming up in the background. Here's singing
We
an
still have
M7.
we still have one full turn to go. Stu's wrapping up his South African turn now.
No, he's just getting ready to put the beat down on.
Oh yeah, sniper pops off my leader. Luckily, it hit my leader. Oddly enough, I love the leader dead because the 447 is going to try and take out Mario.
Well, I broke my medium in H3. Yeah, H3 broke.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Oh,
And all those guys get disintegrated.
did my Mutineer sniper take out a leader?
I think
Is that
so.
what it
Yeah,
was?
took me out. Yeah, Watt took Watt out in L4,
Yeah, oh yeah.
and that was fortunately a victory point hex right there, so that was nice.
Yeah, it's here comes all the South Africa.
Yeah, I got some good rolls, and I think you get some bad rolls in the MCs in that wooded area. You had a lot of good units there. That was going to be a tough fight, but I think you just barely missed your morale checks, and that's bad. It just turned out really bad.
South Africans take the lead in victory points.
Yeah, I rolled 8 in close combat, so.
You were tired of killing people from last close combat.
G4 was a victory building, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's gonna swap. You'll take more of a lead here in a second. Oh, here I am. I'm rushing everything at the armory, the mutineers.
Oh,
I'm just like,
visual.
okay, I got hope and a
Time
prayer.
Time to Rambo it.
Yeah. Of course, everything gets pinned or broken.
Yeah.
Pass check 10.
Yeah. One of those situations in real life where all those mutineers would probably turn around and run off the board. Nah,
Yeah, exactly.
I just run them into the street.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I think you did a good job breaking your leader up in G2 or something like that, and just running your other leader away so he didn't get another free victory point up there.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's like I'm not letting it. You're not going to capture this guy.
Run away.
Yeah.
He was just doing the 440.
Oh, that's right. He had to surrender him. The other guy. Oh, that's right. He wasn't broken. I think he just ran. He wasn't broken. He just ran later. And I think Neal didn't take a shot at him. He let him go by.
I think
What
I
do you mean?
did. I should have done it when he was adjacent. I think I did it when he was actually running away from me.
Oh my gosh.
You did get some mutineers back in the army, though. Forgot about that.
Oh, that's right. Oh, the hand-to-hand. That's right. That was a special rule, wasn't it?
I can't recall.
Yeah.
It must have been, yeah.
Mutineers.
Yeah, I thought I might have gotten that hex. I wouldn't have done anything. I would have come in second, maybe. But Stu's too far ahead at this point.
I kind of felt like I was getting ganged up on at this point, but
Definitely. Yeah, when those guys came in up top, it's like, and they have some real firepower, and decent morale. It's going to be a lot different. I was trying to take pot shots at that guy to stop him from running away up top, and just couldn't get anything.
Oh, we're about to call it. Oh, throws a demo charge in on top of his own guy.
oh, that's right.
Ruthless. What a ruthless Italian.
Special delivery.
Boom. Oh, it didn't go off though because I think we threw in the towel. That's too bad. That's it. Game over. South Africans victorious. Italians second.
No,
Mutineers.
no
Italian
more.
mutineers last.
We surrender.
Yeah, that was great fun though. 3-player.
Yeah,
It was
absolutely blast the entire time.
Yeah, the whole 3-player thing, it adds a whole new dynamic to ASL. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
Each other.
I really wish I would have remembered my Molotov cocktails though. I think that would have helped because what does it do? Is that it adds how many firepower?
Like four more, I
or
think.
something like that.
And
yeah,
possible flames and blazes and a
Right.
whole bunch of other stuff going on. So what were the moist victory conditions? So they probably wouldn't blaze up or go to fire that easily. But hey, it blocks terrain. It blocks guys from moving around. They run out in the open. So that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of felt like the South Africans had a bit of an edge, so I think some mutual strategy would have been beneficial. But
yeah, their mobility is hard to stop. Once they get by you, and I lost my my anti-tank rifle guy broke. He was broken the rest of the game, so I couldn't do anything really
All
against
right.
Stu's armored carriers or armored cars.
Well, I did immobilize one guy, and the other guy got stuck in Z10 and things like that. But yeah, even the
Oh yeah.
threat. I think the trucks proved to be very um, formidable, and just in terms of getting my guys. I mean, it's about 3 movement phases to DD7, DD8, and fighting the whole way. So
hmm
I literally just took that building on turn 2 or 3, whatever the heck I got in there, and essentially made you push out of the building, and that's tough. It's tough to fight back into it, especially like you said, especially with my leadership and my units across the way were also over there, kind of harassing you however they could. So tried my
Speaking
best to take it.
speaking of leadership, now that we played this again, I had my Italian mutineers spread out way too much for the leadership they had. So once a unit broke somewhere,
Yeah.
I couldn't really rally them. I should have either grouped them, had two groups, one or two groups, right? Either around the rail station in DD7, and of course around the arsenal. And like I said, in hindsight, I think I would push everything over into the village, which would have made Scott's game a nightmare probably. But I think
Right.
that would have given the Italians or the Mutineers the best chance to win. Just focus on all the victory points over on the right. Give up the train station.
Go to the train station, yeah.
Well, yeah, I don't know. The South Africans really just could have cruised in then, and they would have ended up with most everything on the right side, and it would have been, yeah, it would have got ugly.
You mean the left side?
Yeah, all of his guys on the left. I mean, they could have. He would have just basically abandoned the train station, and he could have just sped across the board for the most part.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't really stop him anyway. I was fighting you and then
Oh,
fighting him and then fighting both of you.
I think he slowed him down. Yeah, but
Yeah, I may have slowed him down a little bit.
I think you have to put. I mean, it's tough. I think if you abandon that, then either Scott takes it or I take it for free. And if I take it for free, then I can just delay my guys a turn, and everybody comes on I1, and
oof,
then I start getting involved in your guys' business over there.
Oh,
But
that the whole
but
village is
that
just geez.
yeah, that would just be crazy
yeah,
fight.
it'd be crazy.
That'd be exciting to see there. Yeah, most of the fighting I saw in my game was over at the train station. That one game that I witnessed, it was like hot and heavy. Like everybody was over the Italians. So they had Italian a good force there, and
Which is
everybody was fighting
interesting
hard.
because it's only two shared victory points, right,
Right.
for that building. I
Yeah.
mean, there are other victory points for you capturing stuff, but it's only two victory points.
Yeah. Your guys' focus was in the village, and I think you guys fought super hard over there. I mean, you fought about as hard as you can get. Both of you had control of the building at two different times at all. So I think it kind of reflected the ebb and flow of that game there, and
Yeah,
we were all tied like at 5. I think we were all tied at 5 victory points at one time. So can't
Yeah, it was
complain too
pretty
much about that.
close. It was pretty close up just until the end there. Yeah.
yeah.
Do you guys, any of you guys have any smoke? I don't think you guys had any smoke in your OB, right?
I don't think my mortar had smoke.
Yeah.
I got one shot off, but I don't think it had smoke.
Yeah, I don't think I had any. I don't think my pew pew armored trucks had any.
And I think this
Probably
plays
not.
fast enough there, if anyone wanted to play this and they wanted to go through it, say, hey, let me try this size. Well, I think it plays fast enough because of the types of units that we have that you could just play some other nationality, and then you probably don't have to play all 3 to get a good gist about who has a good strength about it. But just challenges on all 3 sides to be had.
I don't know who designed this, but whoever did, they need some props because it's a good scenario.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think his name was on the scenario card. I don't remember who it was though.
Okay.
But we have a whole nother pack of 3-player scenarios.
Martin Hubley and Peter Stroof.
Stroof.
Yeah.
Yeah, the game needs more 3-player. It's just a different experience to play one.
Yeah. Totally different feel.
Yeah.
I think it adds the difference it adds is almost the difference that you're playing solitaire ASL, where you have to play the system, and it changes the system enough where the game changes itself. I love the double snipers, the double defensive fire. You really got to pick and choose where you're moving because now you get shot from everybody.
Routing can be tricky too because you have to route
big time.
from. You can't route towards either nationality
Right.
or opposing nationality, things like that. Oh, here's the dice. Scott, according to you, the overall average, you are the winner, 6.8.
They had hot dice early, but yeah, then they just couldn't get the rolls when they needed them late. Like I always say, it's never about the average. It's just what you roll when you roll it.
Yeah, it looks like Stu went cold at the end. It didn't. No, he got hot at the end. Sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think my
It kinda
5s and
got
6s
hot,
probably
yeah.
came out then. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of dips down. What is that on turn? What turn is that there? That little drop.
It's probably 4 somewhere, beginning of
Yeah.
4 maybe.
Yeah, those are about 6, and that's good when there's no terrain effect modifiers or -1 leaders. Sixes pay the bills. That's for sure.
Scott and I had about the same amount of rolls. Stu, you had about 50 less than us,
Wow.
which is interesting because you had quite a few units.
Yeah, I was trying to keep
Good
quiet.
fire
Yes.
discipline.
Just sneaking on the board.
Yeah, yeah. You guys were like neck and neck there. You flipped both of them. I mean, look right there. It's crazy. Yeah, your rules weren't that good, Neal. It seemed like. I mean,
Neal had a lot of crap
just a little bit
rolls,
above
yeah.
7, but yeah, it seemed like everything was
I
floating above
started out
7.
like garbage, right at the left there. It started out really bad.
Stu had the most boxcars.
Did he?
Oh wow.
Oh, I didn't
Okay.
Yeah.
notice.
I had the most snake eyes.
Wow. Huh.
Yeah.
I like the sniper. I think I had the most snipers activated, especially for ones. I was for 2 sniper. I needed every single sniper shot that I can get, so I was excited.
So we have about a minute left. Are we gonna play another one down the road?
Oh, I'm game.
Definitely.
Maybe from the
Oh,
was it the March
KC.
March Madness or no, Kansas City? That's what it was. Yeah, the 3-player pack that just came out recently.
Sure.
Yeah.
But I love the feel of different nationalities. Just the kind of the same rigmarole, choose some nationalities that typically aren't played a lot, and I thought it was really good.
We could play this one again and make sure we just give Stu the Italians.
Heck yeah. I'll take those crits and those giant locomotives driving around
Mamma
downtown.
mia.
As long as the Mutineers forget their Molotov cocktails, I'll be happy. I'll take the
Oh,
Italians
geez,
anytime.
geez. Don't forget.
Yeah, that's huge. Well, it helps destroy the vehicle too. So
Yeah.
it's an easy kill in the vehicle.
So that is a wrap. I had a lot of fun playing this scenario, and I'm sure we'll do another one here shortly. I don't know which one we're going to play.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, definitely a game to play for sure.
Yeah, so stay tuned to this channel and maybe Stu's channel. Maybe he'll do a video, and we'll have another 3-player scenario coming at you soon. Rolo.
Later.
Yep.
Ciao.